Welcome back to the Tailosive Tech Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're as pumped and as excited as we are today.
Jesus Christ!
I'm scared.
They said it couldn't be done. I can finally say it. All three of us on a tech podcast together again. We're no longer fighting.
That's right. How long has it been?
It's been
too long.
It's been far too long.
Far too long. That's
anyway,
true.
Hi. I gotta say, wait, hang on. Let me bring it real close here. I'm sick.
Thanks for that news.
Yeah. So
are you sick, Drew?
If I am a bit delayed in my responses, as evident in the EV podcast today, that is why. So okay, let's talk about some stuff. Let's talk about this crap.
Last time all three of us were together.
Don't do it. Oh God, I'm scared.
Was May the 4th.
It's been.
I was going to say the last time all three of us were together was my baby shower. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Maha!
That's also true. Yeah, but anywho, I'm sad because my battery health is down.
Is it 99%? No, guys. I have to tell you some bad news too about this phone. It finally happened. Ever for a iPhone that I've owned, and now I am going to have to upgrade my phone out of pure.
Wow.
It's gonna bother me. Wow.
What is Apple Intelligence?
No, I have OLED burn-in.
Insanity.
I've never heard that on an iPhone.
Yeah,
especially a new one.
Yeah,
where on the phone?
I know I can't showcase it properly, but ooh, I hope that didn't come through.
No! Wait, how are you getting burning? Are you just leaving the home screen on for hours on end?
Dude, if I knew, I think I would have prevented it in the first place. So I can't answer that question. But there's a line right across, excuse me, on the first third of my screen. So that tells me, I haven't tested it yet. I think I know what it is. I think I play YouTube way too much off of my phone.
Is it the home bar?
The loading bar at the bottom of your of the window.
You don't think it's this?
No, it's not.
It's not the home bar. It's the progress bar.
It's the progress bar. It's that. It's that area. But the thing is, like, I see text. That's the thing. Right below that area, I'm seeing a bunch of burn-in text, and it's just there.
Don't you have an iPad to watch stuff on, or a TV to watch stuff on?
So the thing is, that's why plot twist. That's why I actually moved to watching even more on my iPad. But the thing is, when I'm out and about, whatever, I guess I'm watching YouTube more than I realize when I'm not home, and that's on my phone. And I'm thinking, like, okay, why is that? And I think it's because I'm putting on Bluey and I'm giving my phone to my kid, like, all right, here you go, watch Bluey.
So your kid is the reason why your phone has burn-in.
Maybe. I don't know. I honestly, I have no idea. It's not my first phone since having child. So I do watch YouTube a lot. I haven't looked at myself in the mirror. I haven't looked at my screen time yet because I'm not gonna like what I see, and I already know that the YouTube app is going to have hours of. If 24 hours in a day, I bet 18 of those hours is going to say YouTube or something stupid like that. So
wow.
My point is, I got burn-in. And it's becoming more and more noticeable, and it's taking longer and longer to slowly fade away. It's there, and then it starts to fade, and the slightest inconvenience of when the brightness comes on. It might be because of that new bright display panel that the 15's got. Maybe it pushes it out a little too strong, but all the same, it's there and it's fading. It's taking longer and longer for it to fade. Almost every other day, I'm noticing it get progressively worse. So I'm like, oh
That
my,
sucks.
it does, because I'm not even looking for like, okay, I've already accepted that I have FOMO about this AI crap, and I don't want to be software locked. I hate that I'm being software locked on all devices but my MacBook. Huh?
Don't reward your behavior.
I know.
Yeah,
No,
what happened to keeping this phone for years and years on end?
That was before the I can't.
That's part of the deal, though. If it's got burn-in, that's
I have
a bummer,
never
live with it
ever in my how many years? 18 years of 17 years of iPhone. I've never had a burn-in problem.
So that's grounds for replacing your phone just because, oh no, there's a little bit of burn-in in the phone. Doesn't this
look at the screen a lot?
Yeah, doesn't this provoke or not provoke you, but entice you to not look at the phone screen a lot more then?
It's grounds to it's one more straw on the horse's back that tells me I want the better camera system. I want the Thunderbolt. I want promo. I really don't want promotion. I do not give up about promotion, but
you'll be proud of me, okay? I changed the setting to preserve battery life. If my MacBook is unplugged, then it's 60 hertz.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I am proud of you. You've come a long way, Drew. And unfortunately, I feel like I'm contradicting all this because I'm over like, hey, good for you. Keep doing it. Me, I need a pro iPhone. But the thing is, like, here's the thing.
He's gonna have the whiteboard. Days since buying a pro iPhone.
I gotta erase it and
right
put
here.
one. Here's the thing, though. If I do get a pro iPhone, if I upgrade from the phone, I'm not really now getting a 15 Pro as my replacement. I did it. I went from 13 Pro Max to 13 Mini and I was rocking 13 for 2 years. I have nothing objectively wrong with the 15 Pro. So maybe when the 16 Pros drop, I can find them cheaper on Amazon or something. I'm not necessarily opposed to getting a 15 Pro going forward. Mainly because small form factor, like you, Drew, we're talking about. The smaller the better. It's USB-C. That's all I really kind of care about. And that's right. Smaller is better. That's right. And yeah, I'm in a pickle. I never anticipated the whole burn-in thing. That's what's kind of frustrating because I'm like, I'm okay with you. I like this. And then they're like, oh, software features are being locked. I'm like, dang it. Well, at least I got I don't know. It's slowly more and more. I'm like, do I need you?
Yes. What the hell is even
I was about to do it. I was about, what the hell is even that?
Drew just, for audio listeners, just shared screen of what looks to be AirPods, but said Galaxy on them. So I'm guessing he's nonchalant, trying to transition us away from Randy's tough addiction. That
I actually wasn't. I had follow-ups. I just wanted to get the next story queued up. But
okay. Yeah, go ahead.
My point is, Randy, do you think you could live with the burn-in until there's a Amazon discounted 15 Pro, or are you open to the 16 Pro at all, or is that completely off?
Stay with the 15. There's no reason to upgrade.
I know me better, Mike, and I'm not going to lie to myself or you. I'm not going to stay with the 15. That's not happening.
Well, I knew that.
Andy.
I'm sorry, Mike. I wouldn't tolerate burn-in either. To be fair.
Unfortunately, I know me better.
I would probably take it to Apple though and see if they do anything about it, because it might be one of those.
Wasn't both of y'all's goal is to keep with the 15?
Mike, I never thought I would get burn-in. Okay?
I get that, but that's the point.
Clearly, you don't get it.
I do. It sucks.
Burn-in is a deal breaker, no matter what. This is
why is it a deal breaker?
Because it's the
phone. You look at your screen a lot.
Why are you looking at the screen a lot?
Shut up, Mike. That's a whole different subject. That's a whole different subject. We're not.
Yeah, I
doing
did
this.
that last week with the light phone.
Yes, I know. I'm not gonna get a light phone. And to answer your question, Drew,
I never. Okay.
I will wait until September and see what they show. I'm not gonna say nothing is ever off the table. For example, if a 16 base model is not going to software lock me, maybe, but
non-pro 16.
Non-pro 16s, everything is on the table except replacing my 15 for another 15, just because we're in.
What about just replacing the screen?
I will go talk to Apple and see what.
I bet that would be cheap.
I'm sure it will be, but like if I'm about to drop hundreds of dollars, then I'm just going to start allocating between now and September. I'm just put a fund to the side.
Because the newer phones are usually easier to work on too.
Especially the 15s, right? Like that's the whole right to repair thing happened for that cycle.
We replaced cracked screens for a fee. Thank you, Apple. That's very helpful.
Apple. That is okay. So while you're looking that up,
we can offer you iPhone 15 for a fee.
I bet. I can see myself getting a 16 Pro.
You don't have Apple, do you?
I do not. No.
It's more than I thought.
How much is it?
Well, actually, hey, it doesn't say. Oh, screen repair. Yeah, it does say $279. But it might be one of those things they just say that's not right. We'll replace it. I've had so many Apple experiences like that. They're like, we make so much money. That's not right. Let's replace it. I'm trying to side with Mike a little bit here and say, like, just
if they fix my screen,
doesn't warrant upgrading a whole phone.
Yeah, if it fixed my screen, then okay. Like I'm not going to be huffy and puffing. But if I have burn-in, like, no, I'm not. That's my most used device out of everything, and I'm not going to just deal with burn-in like that. That's just not going to happen. No. So, iPhone 16 base model, okay, maybe. The Pros, if the ultra wide is rumored to have like this revolutionary new camera sensor.
Resolutionary.
He did it. He can't be stopped. He did it. That's funny.
Just kidding. I like the idea of Mike just like disconnecting from the call.
I like how you could do that with me in this software. Just and he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Can I?
He just like makes really bad joke and then he just
bye, Mike. So if the camera features are that impressive for the 16, then okay. I'm talking about the Pros, because that's what we're really talking about when it comes to Pros, right? It's like it's always like, ooh, what's the new camera thing that it can do? And I really hope I'm wrong on this. I hope the AI stuff isn't just going to be proprietary to the Pros, because that's so stupid. That's going to suck.
I don't think so, personally. I'm pretty sure they said, actually, the rumors right now are a little bit confusing. The latest iPhone rumor is that both the 16 and 16 Pro will get the A18 chip. The Pros will get the A18 Pro, but they're going to stop doing the thing where the standard model gets last year's chip, which is like, wow, that was a fun tradition we did for like 4 years, and then
two big cycles.
Have all the Apple Intelligence features as well.
Okay, well, if that's true, then we're looking at ProMotion. Don't care. Camera sensors might care. Thunderbolt. If Thunderbolt is strictly just data transfer again off of the phone, like how you're using your phone, Drew, that's not enough to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get the one with Thunderbolt. If we got
no Thunderbolt, just to be clear.
No, I know, but that's what people are wanting. We want DeX. We want DeX. Anything less than DeX, I do not care what the speeds of the USB-C port is. Calling it whatever, whatever.
Honestly, at this point, I don't care because I have to airdrop everything.
How's that? Okay, I saw you talk about it. I don't know if it was in a live stream or you recapped on a video, but how I think it was wait. Yeah, it was you and I both did the thing about the Final Cut camera.
Yeah.
Is that a better workflow for you because it's a separate app altogether and you could just it's being airdropped anyway? I thought Final Cut, I'm telling you, like, let me say it like this. I thought for you just plug your phone in and the Final Cut app or camera app would communicate with the Final Cut application on the Mac, and it would just have some quicker pairing mechanism. And I'm guessing that's not the case, and maybe that's an iPad only thing.
No, actually, the iPad feature. I watched yours, and I watched several Final Cut camera reviews, and the raw footage when we do multicam with the different iPhones and stuff, that is airdropped to the iPad in the background.
Oh,
it's like passively airdropping the footage. So they didn't come up with, I thought they did and I was wrong. They didn't come up with some proprietary fast way to import footage to the iPad from the iPhone using a cable. It's still just being done wirelessly, which is cool, but dumb that it's not on the Mac version.
I agree.
And they don't let you run the iPad app on the Mac. They specifically made it so you can't.
I would forgive this whole iPad debacle thing if the iPad version of Final Cut was complete. If it was everything that's on the Mac and it also got new features, I'd be like, okay, they're trying to move to the subscription model. I get it. I would forgive it. But the fact that it's not even a complete application and they're putting these software lock proprietary thingies on the iPad just really ticks me off about the whole situation. Out of principle, I'm like, screw you, man. I'm not, you're not going to get a penny out of me again.
It does support the idea that they very much want you to buy an iPad and a Mac.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I'd maybe buy a $400, $500 iPad. But I wouldn't buy a $1,000+ iPad and a $1,000+ Mac, which is what they want, I think. But if they're coming up with features just for the iPad and not giving them to the Mac, is like,
yeah,
come on, got to math notes this one, Apple.
The math doesn't math notes it. Well, so if other than that, then I guess your workflow is more streamlined because you've eliminated a step or two steps in the process now using the Final Cut camera app.
I don't think I've eliminated any processes, but it's just quality of life. The design of the Final Cut camera app is very optimized for video.
Yeah.
Compared to the regular camera app, and it helps me manage things better. It's like my videos that I record for work now stay in the Final Cut camera app. They don't go into the Photos app. So it helps me organize media because there's sometimes just like, hey, I just record a quick video while I'm out and about or take some pictures. And now those pictures and everyday life stuff is separate from the work stuff. And I love being able to see, I guess it does sometimes save me a step because I can see from the Final Cut camera app, you only have 20 minutes or 30 minutes of space left to record. Whereas before, I didn't have that, and I would go into settings in general and look at the storage and have to figure out, okay, how much space do I have left? But that's just a me being cheap problem because I bought the 128 gig iPhone. But I wanted the challenge. I wanted to prove it could be done. So I make it work, and I like being able to see the battery percentage as well when you're in landscape. It's right there, so you know how much time you've got. And
your
plugging
mic
in
input.
the mic is very handy for sure. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily removed a bunch of steps, but it's just like, oh, I don't have to. I guess it is steps. It's like I don't have to go and check on this and that and the other thing. Now I can just kind of plug my mic in, not think about it, hit record, stop record, and I just know everything's working now instead of having to triple check a bunch of things.
Will you be able to? I haven't even tested this idea because I don't know. Are you able to? Oh, you know what? It doesn't even matter. You don't have an Apple Watch. I was like, can you check your watch to see if you're like, yep, it's still recording. You don't
I
even
don't
know.
think you can, but that would be cool. I feel like they would have talked about it if that was a feature. But yeah, if you could preview things or control the Final Cut camera app from the watch, that would definitely be sweet.
Yeah, that'd be neat. Yeah, I think the Final Cut camera app is the best YouTube camera app. So
Mm,
the Black Magic camera app is cool when you want to adjust different aspect ratios and you want to add different LUTs and all those things. I remember seeing in it and playing with. And that's good if you're trying to like make a more cinematic, artsy, whatever you wish to make. But when it comes to like just doing YouTube production, especially like in this space, I feel, having played with now both of them back to back, the apps, I even broke out my 13 Pro Max so I can do a live 1-for-1. I was just kind of tinkering with it. I'm not going to do a follow-up video on this. Something I just wanted to get hands on with. I think the Final Cut camera app is the best YouTube camera app for this space period. And just for that simplicity alone, I'm like, this is the one. Yeah.
I liked your video on that. It was nice going through all the options and all the different things.
Oh, thank you.
That are associated with it. You don't know this, Randy. I've binge watched all of your videos. It just took me time because I was busy for a lot of the beginning of this year.
No, you're good, man. I don't expect anybody to watch.
Finally, I caught up.
Thank you. Nice
looking through all that and seeing, oh, there is a lot of great tools with this app.
I like it. It was neat. That was a very spontaneous. When I made the video, I was like, I'm going to just screen capture this because I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to show what I don't know, what I'm doing on purpose. And whew, look at right before I got sick. You can see it in my face. I was starting to get sick and I didn't even know it. I'm flushed in the face. You can already tell. Dang. But
there's a mistake in this video, though.
What's the mistake?
You said 30 FPS is the best.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Hey, Drew, what is this podcast being filmed on?
29.97.
Shut your mouth.
30. I'm going to manually set just this episode to 60 FPS so when people go to the gear on YouTube.
You're fine, man. It's not going to be peanut butter or whatever you call it. It's not going to look the same.
There's a new Final Cut feature that just rolled out. Did you hear about it?
No.
It's machine learning. It's only available on Macs with Apple Silicon.
Okay.
Shocker, I know. But it's
I know what you're about to say.
Smooth slow-mo.
Yep.
And I discovered it like yesterday, and I got the little pop-up, and it says it uses like a AI. I don't think it's Apple Intelligence technically, but they considered it a machine learning algorithm to blend frames together. So I'm going to do that to this entire episode to prove you wrong.
Good luck.
Insanity.
This is going to be a very long episode if we're going all slow-mo the whole time.
No, it'll be normal motion, but at 60 FPS.
So my point about the 30 FPS thing is everything's optimized for 30 FPS because 30 frames was built for the digital sector as well as animation. All things of 30 FPS was just that became the digital standard for all things online. And
you're right, but that doesn't make you right.
Wow.
What the hell is even that? You're right, but it doesn't make you right.
That's back when film was a thing. They were trying to cut costs.
Yeah. Well, is it not even that? Just like everything's just more. It's
social
like
media. You're right. As someone who's now had to post on more social media.
Yeah. Welcome to my
They
hell.
are very much optimized for 30 FPS, but that does not make it the proper frame rate.
That's proper is whatever they support. To me, proper is whatever's being supported and optimized for. It's like using Snapchat.
I guess your phone isn't proper then.
Which one? What do you? I didn't hear you.
Your phone isn't proper.
Why is my phone not proper? Because it has burn-in?
Because it doesn't have the neural engine to run Apple Intelligence.
It sure as heck feels like it's not proper no more.
Randy,
Whoa.
using your own video against you here.
Here we go.
2009 to 2015,
Here we go.
50% smartphone, 50% PC.
Why did you stop on that? Why are these
2016 to 2022, 65% smartphone, 25% PC, 10% iPad.
We're in a trial right now.
No, I'm using his own information against him on this. 2023 to
Your
now.
Honor, this is not what it looks like, Your Honor.
Chill, Alex. 60% smartphone, 20% iPad, 20% PC.
Jesus.
In the future, you're projecting 40% smartphone, 40% iPad,
Wow.
20%
really got
PC.
high
What I'm
graphs
going to
on.
convince you of right now in this very statement,
Let's do
with
it.
your forward-looking statement of 40% iPad and 40% smartphone, wouldn't you think with the burn-in on your phone and you're trying to look towards in the future of your usage of products,
Objection, Your Honor.
why don't you
Hearsay. Sustained.
why don't you use your iPad more
Mike.
instead of staring at your phone?
Well, then I'm going to use my own video against you. You
I'd like to
son of
cross-examine.
I like to.
after this.
Nope.
I'm going to use my own
Illegitimate.
video against you. It's contingent on the operating system getting better. The whole thing is it's shadowed, it's underlined of iPadOS needing to improve. The only reason why it hasn't taken over more of my life is because the operating system is holding he's holding me back. My Anakin throwing, that's what it is. It's contingent on fixing those quality of life, just fundamentals right there with file management and window management for that matter. There's more that needs to be done on the iPad to make it take away shares from iPhone. And I just don't see that happening really anytime soon. I want to get there. That's my goal, but it's never going to. What are you doing? Why are you being freaking pervert? Why are you zooming in on me? What is wrong with you?
It just looks like Mike's pitching his court case like this man right here.
Jesus. God.
Criminal. He's a criminal.
It just needs to be black and white.
He's a criminal against himself.
No.
He promised himself, I'm staying with the 15.
That iPad
He never said anything about
the iPad OS
wear and tear.
The iPad. That's before I found out about the freaking burn-in. I was like, oh, this is actually getting bad. So I filmed that video over a week ago. I didn't have burn-in over a week ago. So there you go.
So then use your iPad more.
Michael, listen to me. I can't. I physically cannot. It's not going to go with me in the car when I go to the store. No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this right now.
Why not?
I'm not doing this right now.
You have an iPad mini that's a lot more
insanity,
space efficient.
The iPad mini's not cell connect. It doesn't have a cellular thing. It's just Wi-Fi.
Tie it to your phone then.
So I'm bringing my phone. So you want me to bring one more thing?
You're always going to bring your phone around with you, but I'm saying if there's
that's literally my point, Mike. That's literally my point.
If there's a burn-in issue, then just tie it via cellular Wi-Fi.
Am I not giving you enough attention, Mike? Is that what this is about?
I'm trying to help you not spend more money.
I recall certain issues coming up with a very early VIN Model Y that you decided you didn't want to tolerate the cosmetic and
this is the tech podcast, Drew. This is not the EV podcast.
Your Honor, I'm not finished.
Okay.
There's a very squeaky steering wheel at one point, as well as some punctures that were made.
Not
in
squeaky steering wheel. Squeaky steering.
Let him finish.
But okay.
I'm saying you decided you didn't like those cosmetic imperfections that I would argue you see far less often than Randy looks at a screen. Even if he cut his screen time in half, he would be looking at it more than you look at the back door panels of your car. But you decided to go out of your way to fix them because you didn't like the way they looked in that damaged state.
Well, there's also the fear that they don't have the parts in the future. So if they don't have the parts in the future, then I can't replace them. So replacing them now is a better option than replacing them later when they don't have them, because who knows what that company does. Even so,
Exact
with the
same
steering
thing.
mechanism, I had no clue what was happening with it. It could have been a catastrophic failure that could endanger my life. A burn-in issue
Could
on a
be
phone
exact
is not
same situation
endangering
with
Randy's life at all.
It could if there's bleed through that's resulting in a lithium puncture. Also,
Ooh.
the back door panels were purely cosmetic. That was not a structural problem.
I never said that those were a structural problem.
Okay, well, I'm highlighting the cosmetic problem that you still wanted to fix.
Yes, and I said that because Tesla goes through parts catalogs like crazy, and who knows if
You
they
know
just
who else
cut
is
out.
like Tesla?
Hmm?
Apple. They're not going to have parts for his phone forever either.
No, so that's why it doesn't make sense to replace it immediately when it's barely a year old. Not
I
even.
did. Well, I didn't say immediately. I'm gonna wait until September, and I'm
He was
gonna
going to wait months. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta wait till September and see the announcement. What I know for sure, what's gonna happen is I'm not holding on to the phone. I've already mentally committed to that. It's already happening.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my client is innocent.
What? Who's your client?
Sure.
Sure. Who's your client? Sure.
He's pessimistic on Robotaxi. Sure, he committed to holding on to the iPhone, but that was with the understanding that similar to all of his previous generation iPhones, the displays would hold
What
on.
does this have to do with Robotaxi?
So then why buy another iPhone? If there's going to be constant burn-in issues.
Because statistically, I have a better chance of getting
I
something that's not burn-in.
am not here to argue that Randy should buy a new iPhone, but I am saying he is right and justified in being dissatisfied with burn-in, and he should not just live with it.
never faulted him for that. I never faulted him for that.
No, he just brought up
You said
slides
use your
on
phone
me.
less.
No, but I said
He just
Tolerate.
bullied
utilize
me
the
with my
tech
own
that you have right now.
slides.
No.
He's a bully.
What?
He's bullying me with my own slides.
Because it's your own words. I'm using them against you.
You're taking
because
them out
you
of context. In context, I'm talking about iPadOS. The video is literally called "I Finally Understand iPadOS."
Yes, so then
it
why
has
not
nothing to
use
do with iPhone burn-in.
Why not use iPadOS more then?
Because that's not part of my understanding of iPadOS.
What?
Oh, Michael. Oh, I'm gonna bring you up in therapy tonight when I go my. You are exceeding the limits of my medication. I got that from what? Froghorn, Leghorn.
Wow.
Froghorn.
Is that his name? I forget.
Foghorn.
Foghorn, Leghorn. I said, boy, you are exceeding the limits of my medication.
What I'm saying is utilize the tech that you have now and save money for something better in the future. You're saying I'm excited for Apple in the next 2 to 5 years and whatever upgrades there are there.
You should have left the door panels on your car damaged.
Those
where
are
they
not
are.
the
You can save
same.
money.
Those are not the
Why is
same.
it-
You're right. Yours
I
is
would
not as
argue-
bad.
I would
The
argue
iPhone does
Randy's,
not cost the same as
how
a
much
Tesla.
was the door panel replacement?
How much was the door panel replacement? I have to look that up.
Guess.
Your
I'm
Honor.
not gonna- okay. 1,000,
My point is,
500 or something like that.
I would argue Randy is more justified in that replacement because you look at the phone a lot more than you look at the back door panel.
I get that. My justification, though, for the door panels is that who knows if Tesla will keep on supporting that, or they'll just say,
Who
nope,
knows
you
if
have to
Apple
live
will
with it
keep
now.
on supporting it.
What do you mean?
They discontinue iPhones all the time. They make them obsolete.
That's great. What kind of third-party service is going to be able? Okay, it's not great. That's a bummer.
Hey,
But
Xbox.
do you understand what I'm saying, though, right? Is that there's not a third party that's going to be there with door panels for my car. Trying to make an equivalence
can't
between
do third-party
Randy's
display
iPhone replacement and my door panel replacement. are
Apple
completely
requires
different
an
things.
Apple-made display for it to be replaced.
That's wonderful. My point is, why not use the iPhone less? Why not use the iPad more?
That's a different topic. That's
That's
not the
what I've been
That'd
pushing
be like
this
me
whole
saying
time.
just drive your Model Y less. Don't fix it. Just don't drive it so much.
What do you mean? No, the problem with the back
the
door
exact
panel.
same
No, it's
argument.
not. The back door
Yes, it
panels. No, it's not. I'm not staring. You said it yourself. I'm not staring at the back door panels, but he's staring at his phone. I get it. The phone is smaller.
Even
The
if
door
I
panels are
think a
bigger.
very like non-smartphone addicted user would stare at their phone for you have to. That's how you use it. So
Yes,
to just like cope
but
with
there's other devices that can do the same thing.
no, there isn't. No.
Yes, iPad does pretty much the
doesn't
same
fit
thing that
in
he's
your
doing.
pocket.
In his whole
Doesn't
thing is
have
that
cellular
there's
connection.
burn-in because his kid is watching Bluey on it too much. So why not
That's
watch
not the
Bluey
only
on the
reason
You
iPad?
why.
have a
Like, that
pickup
was-
truck that can drive too, so you should just drive that everywhere.
No,
Why
I can't
drive
because the
why-
wife's driving it.
Okay, well the wife's using the
semantics,
iPad.
anecdotal, like, and my kid's not just watching Bluey. That's not the only reason why. I have to say,
Hearsay.
ladies and gentlemen, that Drew is helping me in this argument because I can't talk as well today. I'm
No, Drew
coughing
just
up
likes
a lung.
arguing. And he's-
When you're wrong, yeah, he does like that. I'm for it. I'm here for it. That's a wrong. That's a bad take, Mike. That's not a good one at all. You're telling me to use my iPad more,
Mhm.
or actually, what you're saying is use your phone less.
Mhm.
Regardless, even if I went down to using it only 1%, it does not address the issue of my OLED burn-in. I can't stand it. I don't like it. It's there. No, I'm not doing it. I've never had that experience before.
Is your phone unusable?
Wait, let me talk. I've never had that
Your
experience.
car undrivable.
It is if it breaks. I didn't know what the problem was until I took it into the service center.
Hey, I don't know what's going on with my phone either. I mean, same thing there. But what
Phone
I'm
is still
saying,
usable.
okay, Mike, it's my turn
Car
to talk.
undrivable.
I've never had a burn-in problem on any device, period. So I didn't even know how I would respond to that. I didn't even know it would be part of the equation of owning any of my products now. If anything, I was always worried that my studio display would get burned in, which it hasn't. And even if I got it on the studio display, I would be okay with it. Before I got this display, I did get burn in on my ultra wide curve LG monitor I had burn in on that one. And I still used it for a very long time because it's not the most personal device. It's not the one that's on you at all times. The phone is in a class of its own, which is why nothing's ever going to dethrone the iPhone. It's the most used, utilized, and accessible product in the world. So when there's something that's wrong with engaging with the technology on it, and I use it mostly for watching YouTube, I bet. I haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure I use it mostly for that. That doesn't mean I'm not doing other things on it, but I am using it for at least watching YouTube. My experience with the YouTube app now is getting worse. Every other day, I'm noticing it getting worse. I'm not okay with that. So you're saying use it less, but you're also saying, like, no, you're just trying to save money. You could make the same case and, take my SIM or eSIM now and move it back to my 13 Pro. You haven't made that case to me, but that effectively I could have done the same thing. And I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to do that, because the thing's freaking heavy and I don't want to use
It's so heavy. Oh,
It is.
for
It
you,
is heavy.
the phone is too heavy.
Yeah. So you're fighting me on the stance that, like, I want to have the best camera possible. And
Never mind.
okay, so I want to have the best camera possible for me, and that's either going to be a 15 Pro, a 16, or a 16 Pro going forward. I'm not gonna downsize. Right. The thing with the 13s that I was experiencing was things were running slow, and then I was having like legitimate RAM issues on my 13 mini, which is the hardest thing to experience. I hate that one, but for what it is, having the camera is my biggest incentive for when I'm looking at the next upgrade for a phone. It's like, how can I use the camera? Because that's what it's marketed for. We all want the cameras to be the best that they can be, and it's still going to do everything else the same. All that encompassing that the 15 is still, at the end of the day, no matter what I do, my screen is damaged. My screen is damaged. I'm not just going to run with it because it's the thing that I use the most as a camera, as entertainment, as communication, and all those other things. It has nothing to do with the iPad. Even if the screen was perfect, I still have the trajectory that you were trying to use against me. That's still going to be there all the same, but that doesn't fix the problem. There's still an issue. I don't want to artificially force things to start working. I got to use this now. I can't. I'm not taking the iPad with me. It's not cellular, and I'm not bringing my phone to hotspot it. I'm just going to use the phone. That's adding more steps for no reason. And
the phone hotter.
Makes the phone hot. And then it's going to cause more burning because it's heating up.
It's burning.
It's literally burning.
That's what you think it means, but okay.
Well, what I do think it means is I need a new phone.
Okay, or you could just replace the screen for $280 or something like that. Why not do that right now if it's annoying you so much?
Oh, because we're recording.
No, not right now, you dip.
Because we're
Your Honor. Objection. Relevance.
None. Absolutely no relevance right now. Why not replace the screen? Why are you trying to shop around for a new phone just because there's a little bit?
But I'm not. No, Mike. I'm taking it.
Being questioned with hostility.
I'm skating this until September. I'm gonna make it work all the same.
So if you can make it all the way to September, why not push it even further to the next year?
Because there's still a problem, and I still want to fix it.
Yeah, so there's a problem right now. Why not fix it right now?
Wait, the same. You're talking about like replacing my screen, or are you actually replacing the screen? I might. I'm not saying no. I don't know what the quote is. I'm saying maybe. I don't know, but I'm not ruling out getting a new phone.
It just doesn't make sense.
The 15.
I'm gonna sell the darn thing. I'm gonna sell it.
The trading value plus screen cost replacement is pretty close to buying a whole new phone price.
Or just replace the screen and then try not to use the phone as much by staring at YouTube all day.
You're combining two different subjects.
Yes, that's what happens when you're compounding an argument.
The relevant.
Mike, we don't know. I don't know if it's because of YouTube. I'm saying I noticed it on YouTube. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it happened. My usage of YouTube hasn't changed over at minimum the last 7 to 9 years. It has not changed on how I go on YouTube. But this is the first time I've noticed it happening on YouTube, which then is following over on other things on the device. It's the screen itself. So my usage is not the problem about why there's burn-in. My usage is a problem. That's a whole separate argument. That's irrelevant. That's a whole different thing. Even if I was using it less, there's a very good chance I still was going to get burn-in about something. I don't know, because the phone is heating up. And why is it heating up?
Effective.
Maybe. There's a lot of maybes that I don't know. But I'm not going to stick around and just let it get worse over the next year. If I wanted to hold on to the phone just for the sake of but I said I was going to hold on to the phone longer. I would have. Before I found if there's something's defective, if there's something wrong with the battery, I'm not holding on to the phone. If there's something wrong with the screen, I'm not holding on to the phone. If there's something wrong with cellular or Wi-Fi connectivity, I'm not holding on to the phone. If it's just I don't like the way it feels because I dropped it or something, that's different. That's cosmetic. That's an aesthetic thing. There's a blemish or something, that's fine. But everything else, I don't really care. Show me. Go ahead. Do the thing.
I don't know why Drew's looking at my screen right now, but this guy says
I didn't know what it had, but
it's just been sitting.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the trade-in value with a 15 plus 280 would be pretty close, I'm guessing, to the price of at least the base iPhone 16.
Yeah, but he wants to buy a new one. And he wants to buy a Pro because he wants the best camera.
Yeah, but that's why I'm waiting till September, because then it's not going to be $1,000. It would be cheaper. And I don't pay $1,000.
Not a 16.
I'm talking about 15. I'm not ruling out a 15. I'm just ruling out another 15. I am ruling out a base 15.
Would not be cheaper when it comes out. That's
the 16 will be the 15 replacement if I was to go that route. But if I stick with the 15 series and I get a 15 Pro, I'm not ruling out a 15 Pro.
You want my phone?
Maybe.
I'll bring it to you. I'll live with the burn-in.
Oh, you want to do it? You want to do a phone swap? There we go. Make some content out of it. There you go. Boom. Take this for that. That's
I downgraded again.
Thumbnail.
This is why I've stopped committing to long term. Like, I'm not gonna say how long I keep anything anymore.
Yeah.
Why not live with it? I mean, it makes sense
Live
on a
with what?
sustainability level of not upgrading every single year just because, oh, this one has AI features, or oh, my phone's getting burn-in, but it seems like that's a maybe not common, but
The AI
uncommon.
feature is not even coming out allegedly until next year anyway. I'm really indifferent about the AI. I don't like being
You said at
software
the beginning
locked.
of this podcast that you were very.
I know, but it's like if it's not coming out to the end of the year or at the beginning of next year, maybe like the soonest, it's enough to get aggravated about being software locked, but that's not
Enough to forget about.
Yeah, I mean, people are. That's why I'm not running a beta. I don't know. I'm not really ecstatic either way about running the betas for many reasons, but all that is pales in comparison to actually having like a defective part on something with the phone, and maybe $279 or whatever that price is what the prescription needs to resolve it, and maybe that'll be fine. I don't know, but I'm not ruling out upgrading, and I will not be shamed for it because I will pay cash. It will be saved up, and it'll
You're
be
still
done.
paying money.
Yeah, but I'm also going to sell the phone. I'm going to make money. So there you go. It's going to offset costs. It's fine. It's fine. I will be okay. I will do it responsibly.
You'd have
but
more
I won't
money if you'd left or kept with the phone, but that's fine.
Maybe.
But
But
talking about money side of things, keeping the hardware that you have right now is the best approach to saving money.
Yeah, but not if the hardware is crap and if it's not working. And we're talking about the
iPhone
display.
15 is crap. Okay.
The display's crap. I can tell you that much from my experience. This display's
Burning is
freaking crap.
annoying.
Yeah, that's crap.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I'll say that much. But it's not like I'm running out right now to pick up a 13-inch M4 iPad Pro. That's
Thank you.
stupid. That's stupid. I'm not doing that. But, we'll get there when we get there.
All right.
Thanks for
Jury?
checking in, everybody.
The time is yours. The deliberation has begun, and I expect a verdict in the comments. And I expect it to be read in traditional jury courtroom fashion.
Who,
the ladies,
like, is Mike representing the state of Apple, company of Apple? What's happening here?
Mike is Mother Nature.
Mother Nature.
He's Spencer today.
I got the Rivian shirt on anyways. It's all about adventurous sustainability here.
That's
Mother
right.
Nature.
Guarantee you RJ upgrades his phone every year.
Yeah.
That's okay. Whatever. Here's another grievance I have since we're going to be transitioning here to another topic. Spotify's no, I don't have it on my screen.
I was getting ready for the transition.
Spotify
Audio listeners are missing out now. I'm telling you.
Me and Drew have to really work out these cues on when to cut to my screen for certain content that we're trying
I did that on purpose. But is your screen ready?
I don't have it on screen. I'm just having a conversation here.
Oh,
there's no visual element to this.
Go ahead, show those AirPods again for the 15th time.
I wasn't even going to talk about that. I was going to talk about Spotify increasing the price of subscriptions again by another $2 a month.
Ew, Spotify.
When did that happen?
It's supposed to roll in at the end of this month. So I think I'm paying. It's supposed to be like $17.99.
More expensive than Apple Music.
Yeah, it's getting a whole lot more expensive.
For what? What are they offering?
Nothing new.
Then no.
$12?
I can tell you this much: I'm not getting paid anymore from Spotify than before the increase. So no.
Apple Music's cheaper now. Wow.
There we go.
Never thought I'd say that.
Yeah, so my wife and I are on the Duo plan, and we're now gonna have to pay instead of $14.99, $16.99.
Whew.
Ooh.
In which what's updated, what's changed? I don't know. They got rid of hardware.
I figured it out, Mike.
Okay.
You need YouTube Premium.
How much is YouTube Premium at this point?
Less than $16.99
for a single person or for family.
Are you open to an annual membership?
Yes, I love it. Annual memberships. That's why I do with. Since we talked about Tesla, That's what I pay for my premium connectivity, the annual membership cost.
The YouTube Premium annual plan is $140 for 12 months, which equates to let me see. Oops. Using the calculator app, $11.66 a month. And you get YouTube Music with that, and you can have multiple channels. So even though it's one account, like my wife has a channel that's just her stuff, and then I have a channel that's just my stuff, and then all the Taylor Swift channel. So you get the YouTube Premium benefits across all those.
But that's for family,
For
right?
one,
Not for individual annual.
That's for individual, correct?
Interesting.
I'm telling you, I've been using YouTube Music for years now, and the amount of remixes, as someone who really likes covers and remixes, that I straight up cannot find on Spotify because it's like, oh, that's not an official license.
Oh yeah.
I find all kinds of weird crap. Darth Vader singing "Demons" by Imagine Dragons.
We heard it.
I Want It That Way by Darth Vader. Oppenheimer singing "Swalla La." It's all kinds of good. Homer Simpson.
Darth Vader
singing somebody that I used to know.
I feel it in my bones.
It's pretty funny hearing Darth Vader or someone else sing something else. But
as someone who does occasional remixes and covers, I get way more clicks on my analytics through YouTube Music app than.
I get that. Are you getting paid out more through YouTube, or is Apple Music still the way that you get?
Apple's the king, but I don't know. Randy would know.
Apple, no, it depends. I get more what Drew was talking about, the remixes and the covers. I get way more traction on those on the YouTube Music app than anywhere else. But each platform actually does something a little bit different for me specifically. So I can't actually tell you which one's paying out more because it really depends. I'm on more playlists on Spotify for my quarantine albums that I did. So those ones are on more playlists, but my singles are played more on Apple Music, but then on YouTube Music, all my covers and remixes are played more. So it's like, depending on what sector, it's like each app is showing its strength. And on my very small, use case of, I'm like, oh, okay, here's where that one shines, that shines. And yeah.
I confess Apple Music by far still has the best UI, and it's not even close.
Oh yeah, for sure. If we're talking interface,
the integration with iOS and the way everything animates and the lyrics feature, like my wife cares a lot about the lyrics feature much more than I do because she likes to sing along.
Nice.
But it's just that I don't use a music player's UI enough to warrant the extra cost. Like if Apple Music was free, I'd use it for sure. Absolutely.
So my thing with this is I like that, but I'm also trying to fight looking at my phone, which is part of my argument that I was having with Rand at the beginning of this. Is I'm trying to. No, that's not the solution here.
Why not? It's perfectly usable, Mike.
No. The point of me potentially considering a phone like the Light Phone 3 is that it restricts the usage of apps and websites and anything else because it just doesn't offer that. Where with an iPhone,
you can bet how long you could use the Light Phone 3 as your only phone.
You want to make a bet?
No, I'm asking if you would be willing to.
What does that mean? Because if I'm allowed to use my phone that I've got right now for continuity camera, and that doesn't count, then I'd say a while, a pretty good amount of time. But if you're saying,
Your Honor, who gets to decide the definition of a while?
Okay, I guess we get to define it right in terms of this bet of how long I could use the Light Phone before wanting to claw back, because that's part of the concern that I have with either connecting to my car for a key or being able to, I guess, pay stuff on the Apple Wallet or anything else, I lose that functionality because the Light Phone 3 doesn't have that. So with considering stuff like music plans or YouTube plans, that's great and all. It'd be great for me and my wife not to keep on watching ads when we want to watch a YouTube trailer or a trailer on YouTube or something else on YouTube. We'd have to look at 2 30-second ads just to watch a 30 to 25-second clip. But
I'm very biased, but yes, I do think YouTube Premium's like one of the best memberships out there.
Or do I just cut Spotify out entirely?
Yes.
And then my wife and then my wife wants to listen to music somehow. So whether it's through Apple or through something else.
Is YouTube Music on the dashboard thing in Teslas? Is that one of the options now? No?
No.
Oh, all right. Never mind.
Apple Music is. Tidal is.
Man.
It's just Tidal costs these
Which
days.
is funny because I feel like Tesla and Google get along pretty well, more so than Tesla and Apple, and yet they integrated Apple Music. But there is a YouTube app for theater, but
Boy, he's gonna be mad when he finds out what is controlling the karaoke. We don't want to say the words AI. No, you need to knock this off, or it's gonna cease to exist. And all these things. He's really gonna hate that. When
He's gonna put your car in a Faraday cage at his office.
Yeah, and he's gonna hate that one. I think look at if you're no matter which way you go with it, Mike. I'm assuming you listen to the music mostly through your phone. Is that?
Yep.
So
when
look
I'm at the office, I'm listening to music on my phone. And so with the Light Phone, it doesn't have access to Spotify right now because
but where I'm getting at is look at your screen analytics for the screen time on your phone. And
that would be a hilarious way to end this episode. Average screen time.
And you
look at it right now.
Because what I'm going to say is that but you have to do it on your phone. You can't do on the one on the Mac is not.
I don't have that feature yet for looking at my phone stuff on the computer yet. That comes out later this year, and I don't have to upgrade the phone by the way.
But if YouTube is pretty high up there on your watch time, then maybe YouTube Premium is the way to go because you're already doing it anyway, and now you can get the most.
I'm trying to reduce your screen time, Mike, by reducing the number of ads that play.
What a
that
weird
technically
angle
means less screen time because there's less time waiting for the video to start.
You're not wrong there, but then I'm having to pay $140 a year for something that I'm potentially using less because I have a different phone.
You're paying $240. Oh wait, not 200. You're paying where's freaking math notes? $200 a year for Spotify Premium.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That right. I mean, yeah, you gotta drop Spotify.
Insanity.
Yeah,
I don't like Spotify. They tick me off.
They're not really updating it. I mean,
I like Spotify, by the way. This podcast.
Hey, show your support.
I do like the. Was it not the creativity, the discovery playlist that comes out every week. That's a great way for me to discover new music, and it has exposed me to a lot of great artists that I enjoy listening to now. But for having to pay more and there's nothing new, and to potentially be upgrading to a phone that most likely won't have Spotify on it, or I guess downgrading, I don't think it's worth it. So I'm trying to figure out what makes sense. Does it make sense to get another membership that costs the same or less, or just to cut out the membership entirely?
Free Spotify plan.
Then you get ads.
That's fine.
Just like YouTube.
And you save $200. That's the one I do for podcasts. Certain
it's more environmentally friendly.
Gosh.
You told me you didn't put a mic in my bathroom.
I didn't want to be in the bathroom, Randy.
We are all children. Do you still get the Discovery playlist on the free plan?
I don't even know.
I feel like you do because a playlist is a
so.
playlist. It's curated. It's just a Spotify exclusive curated playlist. So yeah, you should. You just have, you can't play anything in order, or at least in the order you want to play it in, and you get ads. That's it.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't paid for Spotify in years, so I don't.
I never have paid once.
I was going through a phase.
Well, talking about terrible sound quality from Spotify, what's up with these Galaxy Buds that you were trying to leak at the beginning of this podcast, Drew?
Leak them.
Here they are.
Wow.
These are the brand new, don't look at the headline, Galaxy Buds 3.
What was the headline?
Do they look familiar?
Are these really Galaxy Buds?
They are. Galaxy Buds 3. This is.
I hate Samsung so much.
Kind of rude.
The way they mock everybody and then do it.
But look, one of them has orange and the other one's like blue. It's like the Portal games.
It is. Well, that just made me like them even more. Because now you remind me that Portal exists.
No, they suck.
I can't play Portal on anything.
I can't play Portal on these things.
No, I wish that'd be cool though.
Samsung's like the company. Okay, keep it up. Scroll up to the top real quick. Dad, can we get AirPods? No, we got AirPods at home. AirPods at home. What? Why does this dog look shocked with its eyebrows raising? Like, oh,
I see it now.
Yeah.
Their eyes. Yes. It's just so funny, all the memes and there's so many AirPod knockoffs. I just didn't expect Samsung to make one. But
so
you want me to really call you a hypocrite, Randy?
Oh boy, here we go.
The reason your display malfunctioned is probably because it was made by LG and not Samsung.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's true. The last time I got burn-in was my ultra curved LG monitor.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
LG does it again. They're ruining the battery packs in the Teslas. They're ruining the displays. Life's not good.
LG folks. For when you can't afford Samsung. Samsung for when you can't afford Apple.
They put the L in LG.
Wow.
Wow.
One from LG watching.
Does the LG supply for the 15 Pros as well? Or is that Samsung?
I'm pretty sure the Pros are exclusively Samsung. It's the regular iPhones that they switch between LG, and they're trying to get BOE, and BOE keeps screwing it the heck up.
I remember since what? iPhone 12, right? I think
that's they've been trying for years. I don't know where they get their money from, but they've been trying to make an iPhone display for about 10 years, and Tim keeps going, nope, not good enough. But
LG.
There you go. My average screen on time is 8.5 hours.
Okay, I guess I'll look at mine then.
Let's do it.
How do I get to this thing? There's a microphone.
You need to install the beta. You have 2 Macs, Mike. Why don't you put a beta on one of them?
No.
Wow.
You can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Screen on time.
No, you go to battery. Go to battery. And then go to the 10-day view. It says last 10 days.
Last 10 days. Okay. Average screen time is...
Jeez.
I don't want to say that number.
Do it.
I'll say 41% of it is YouTube.
What's
41?
the average?
Yeah. I
That's
typically put on someone talking about a car or something else.
What's give me the screen time. What's the hours?
It's above 3.
That means nothing to me.
It's above 4.
Keep going.
Is it above 9?
It's above 5.
Is it above 8?
No. 6 hours.
It's 6 hours, man. All right.
Right.
Here's mine.
Quarter of the day.
Oh, okay, that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna read it to you. I have average screen time is maybe it'll work. Can you zoom? Are you able to zoom in on me on StreamYard?
No, you're frozen anyway.
What?
There you go. Can't
It looks
read it.
fine to me.
Now you're back.
All right, I'll just read it to you. Average screen time on 7 hours and 50 minutes.
Okay.
And
I'm the record holder. I have the biggest problem.
and the most used app is YouTube, as I expected, coming in at only 36%.
Wow. Mike, I bet your number for YouTube would be lower if you had premium.
Possibly.
This is for your mental health. Look at it.
Well,
as
that's
an
why I'm
investment.
trying to jump off of the phone. So that way I'm not looking at or having the screen on. If anyone's having burn-in problems,
Wow.
it should technically be me with the amount of screen active time or whatever.
Well, I have the most, so I should have it.
But you don't, and
That's
it's a pro.
crazy. 1,
Hmm.
2, 3, 4,
was
5,
my
6,
Samsung.
7.
Just like the
Those things are
completely
disgusting.
unique.
I
and
do like the
original.
color accents, though. It does differentiate it
too.
just a little bit.
I like
I
how
hate
you could
everything
look
about
at a
it.
color and just know if it's the left or the right.
Yeah, rather than which one am I holding, even though it's on the, I don't know, flipped the wrong way or something.
I
much-
prefer my heroes to not get caught or captured.
Is it even something you could buy yet? I saw the Galaxy Buds 2 on there. But I'm stuck on a
Oh.
page that says not worth the money from Mike.
Huh? Oh,
Oh,
let's see. Mike reviewed these already. Wow.
I apparently did.
Of course. That's just what I need. Another Mike in my life.
you have a
Reputable
problem, Drew.
I know. I have an addiction to
I do like
making
this
friends
purple,
with people named Mike.
I'll go away. It's fine. I'll get
No,
shunned
just
by the
put your
community
name.
after this podcast.
Oof. I know you didn't choose your name. Oof. I
Hmm.
didn't either. Yeah, these look, excuse me, more original.
Yeah. You kind of have to dig them out of your ear, though.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just keep copying Apple. Why not? It's gotten us this far.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
And then let's trash them, not even a year prior, and then do it.
I think it's the right thing to do for them to copy the AirPods design, and I'm still going to make fun of them for it.
Yes. Because they make fun of notches and
Yeah,
they
they
make
love
fun of
poking fun at Apple, so they
Yeah.
open the door to the mockery.
yeah. You get what you give. You dish it, you get it, and whatever. Yeah. Hey, I want to say
Get
something
$5,000
before we wrap up here.
Okay.
I want to something that I want to bring everybody back to reality for our listeners here.
There goes gravity.
Well, Smom's Spaghetti. Yeah,
That's how
I
it
know.
That's how
I
it
know.
goes.
So there has been a recent update, even if it's reputable now, who knows, that the new Apple Watch 10th anniversary design is not going to be so different after all. And now I can see the frustrations sinking in. And my first thought about any of this was, you silly people, you with your leak culture. Like I'm talking about the leak culture as a whole. Like this.
How many times we got to teach you this lesson?
Like, boy, does that look like a Series 7 and later if I've ever seen one. And I know because I went just like this and I was comparing it. I was like, yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. It looks exactly just maybe.
But are you sad or happy? On one hand, yes, it looks the same. On the other hand, I think the old watch bands will work.
I think the old watch bands will work too. If this, because look, you got the little release mechanism underneath right there on both sides.
It
Still,
looks pretty close. I mean, I guess it might be huge, and that's why it doesn't fit. It's just too big. But
maybe, but It's got the exact same release mechanisms right there underneath.
It's similar. I'd be willing to bet it's too big for the old bands to sit flush.
Maybe, but then that's going to even irritate people even more because it's only ever so slightly off, and that's going to irk them even more if that's true. But I just I only wanted to bring this up right now because this is a perfect encapsulation of the leak culture. Even now, after no more over dramatic, clickbaity, whatever, you still have people who are going to spend months at a time borderline swearing. This is the text version of the tech community. What's happening with all this is the exact same example of saying, this is not financial advice. Here's my portfolio. Don't copy me. It's the exact same building everybody up. Oh, here it comes. And then you're going to get let down. This is the tech community's version of not financial advice, and then proceeding to give financial advice.
Say, this is the tech community's version of the election.
Oh man. Oh, that's funny. No, so like people will tell you all these, Gurman, Young, you got all your usual suspects who are reporting on this stuff. And then a lot of people who used to report on this stuff don't report on leaks no more. And what I'm noticing, insanity, my takeaway from all that is everything when it comes to speculation, whether it's financial advice or future tech products, it's the same slop they're selling you. They got to sell you something. They got to drive clicks. They got to sell ads or whatever the case may be. And they got to hype some stuff up. And the moment some reality starts to sink in and you see stuff like that and people are like, oh, and now you're going to start blaming Apple for something that this is the leaking community's fault for all this. But they basically were swearing by this. No, they didn't. They said it's rumor. It's the exact same thing. Like, this isn't financial advice. SOB, yes, it is. That's what you're trying to say. That's why you're bringing it up. So they were swearing by this major redesign because why? iPhone got a major redesign. So now they're like, this is coming now. Here comes all the new stuff. And now that's looking like that might not be the case. Everybody's getting all bent out of shape about it. And I'm like, dude, at some point for your own excitement, ladies and gentlemen, you got to take some accountability. You got to be responsible for your own, keeping your emotions in check here.
What a clickbaity image.
Look at that. Right?
Totally two different chassis right here.
So you guys, anybody who's getting upset about Apple Watch not being the great redesign that they were promised, take some accountability for just blindly listening and buying into leak culture. Leak culture is not fat. The only time you could probably take things as like, oh, that's probably going to happen is maybe what is it, Drew? 3 days before the keynote or something. Whenever like that, like things that locked in, that's when it's pretty solid. But when we're talking months out, you guys need to calm down. Like, it's not. You're being taken for a ride is what's happening here. So, I am not shocked about looking at that schematic. I believe that schematic more than anything else I've seen over the last year about the Series 10 Apple Watch. I believe this so much more because it just makes the most sense. And whether watch bands fit or not, I mean, it is what it is. But it seems to me that a lot of people might not even, if we're talking about YouTubers and reviewers and stuff like that, everybody's wearing an Ultra these days. So I don't even know if they really care all that much about these series, whatever, anymore. They seem to care more about Ultra 1 and 2. And after all that, they just, it's the new Rolex. They want to flex that stuff. So I don't even know if the people who are reporting on the news that much actually really care all that much. So this is my cautionary tale for all you listeners that if you guys were excited about Apple Watch, stop Stop drinking the slop. Just stop. Stop believing leakers all the time. Just stop it.
There you
Get some
have
help.
Sounds good. Thank you all for listening, and we'll catch you next week.
Goodbye.
Take care, all. Bye.